दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है, धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा, ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं।
Thank you, Sanjeev. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This side Mohit. I am the Executive Director for the brand 5SX. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining this webinar today. So, with me, we have Preetham and Abhay. Preetham is our North Region head for this brand, and Abhay is taking care of, he's our key account manager. So, welcome you all. So, before we start, I just want to tell you guys that we, as a franchise India, we are conducting this webinar session, and today we are taking care of our brand 5SX. This is a world's number one laundry and dry cleaning brand, started in 1968. So for the next 30 to 40 minutes, we will be discussing about the commercials, about the 5SX, how that started, and what are the opportunities in India, and why 5SX is entered into the Indian market now. Before we start, I would like Preetham to just play one video of 5SX for so that you guys will get a better understanding that how 5SX will work at global level also. So next 30-40 minutes, you will get a clarity in terms of the overall investment opportunities are there in 5SX business model, what we are coming up in India. And we are already coming in more than 10 cities in India, and our first project will be planning to start in next 15 to 20 days. So over to you, Pritam, you can play the video. प्रीतम ऑडियो नहीं है इसमें भी.
One minute, sir.
प्रीतम ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है.
Yeah.
ऑडियो
No,
नहीं
it
है
is
बट
coming, sir.
नो ऑडियो इज नॉट कमिंग.
Oh.
No problem. Like you all can go through the overall process, how the operation process or the SOPs what 5S Hack has built at global level. So this is the video what we are playing right now.
नहीं आएगी.
Thank you, Pritam. You can share your screen with the presentation. So before we start, everyone, I would like to tell little bit about Franchise India. So Franchise India is Asia's largest franchisee company, and we have onboarded more than 10,000 plus brands, international and national brands associated with us. And with respect to industries like food industry, uh, ev- beverages industry, whatever brand you can see, like for all the brands, we have a some of the brands we have a master right for some of them. The brands like whoever wants to expand their brand, franchise in the platform where they are registering on a platform. And at the same time, today we are discussing about a brand called 5SX. So Franchise India has taken a master franchisee rights for entire pan India expansion. And this brand we have started a couple of months back. And in India, we are getting a good response for this brand, and we have already signed more than 15 stores in India itself. And we have covered the major cities, metro cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Gurgaon, Raipur, Kolkata. So we are coming up in across all the major metro cities in India. And our first outlet, like as I mentioned earlier, is we are planning to launch in Bangalore. And in the next 30 minutes, you will get a basic understanding of the laundry and dry cleaning industry and why 5SEC is a world's number one dry cleaning industry or dry cleaning company. So let me start with a very simple thought. Like every single one of us using our laundry services directly or indirectly on a daily basis or on a weekly or on a monthly basis. But very few folks will look this as a serious business opportunity. And that's exactly what makes this interesting. So today I'm going to walk you through an opportunity which is not just about starting a business, it's about entering a global structured brand at the right time in India. And today we are talking about 5SX. That's the world's number one brand in dry cleaning and textile care. To set the entire context of this session, so you will get the clarity on why this laundry and dry cleaning industry is growing rapidly at global level also, what makes this 5SX brand stands out at global at number one level, and most important, why this is the right time to enter the Indian market space. So before we go deeper, let me ask you something. How many of you feel that laundry or the entire cleaning industry is a small or a unorganized business? And that's the common perception that in India people have, because this laundry and dry cleaning business is a 70 years old business. And if we talk about 15 years back, there was shady laundromat, there was no SOPs or some standardization. And still in India right now, the entire industry is more than $20 billion industry, and still 80 to 85% of the market is still untapped or unorganized. And that's the opportunity what we are talking about today. And that's why the brand like 5SEC is entering into an Indian market. And this particular brand will make sure that in terms of the standardizations, SOP, and the overall segment or the overall industry which is unorganized, this particular brand will make this industry as an unorganized segment in next 2 years. And that's the vision of 5SEC India. So this is not a concept or a startup idea. This is a proven global model with 50 plus years of success, because this brand has started in 1968 in France. This the first brand which has entered into a retail segment in laundry and dry cleaning industry in 1968 in France, because at that time at in global level also this particular industry was completely unorganized. And this particular brand has not only make this industry or entered into a retail segment into this particular industry, but this brand makes the entire SOP systems, softwares, and making sure that if we have a technology, we can make any industry standardized or as a systematic thing. Next slide. Now let's address the most important question: is this business profitable or not? Because in India, whatever business we are investing, the major question or the most important part comes into our mind that whether that particular industry or the domain where we are planning to invest any amount, because it's a hard earned money, whether that particular business is profitable or not. And the answer is yes. Why? Because for this brand at global level, because we are operating more than 2200 plus outlets, we are operating in 33 plus countries right now. The countries like UAE, Singapore, Malaysia, entire Europe, uh, Brazil, Mexico, whatever country you will name, we have a presence for this brand. So in this entire at global level, their margins are in double digit, and in double digit also the margins are more than 40%. And in this they have making sure that the overall processes and systems what they have built at, and everything they have built at in-house level. So the operations, the SOPs what they have built, in every 3 months in this particular industry, once your business is getting mature, the margins will keep on doubling. And that's why this particular brand is the world's number one brand in this industry. And what really strengthened the overall model for this particular brand is the operational efficiency. For this brand, we are able to provide the services in, if a customer wants a service in 1 hour, we are able to deliver the service in 1 hour. So we have a faster turnaround because we are using a high-end technology systems and the processes. We have a higher productivity from the manpower side because we have a SOPs, we have a standardized SOP systems which will reduce the manual work. And in the end, the most important part in India is a better customer experience. So the most important part is that this is a future ready business, and the technologies and with the innovations what we are coming up with, that like eco-friendly chemicals. So you are not just investing, you are investing in a profitable and proven business. Next slide. So now let's bring the focus to India. Why we are entering into an Indian market now? Because right now in India, earlier before 5 years or 10 years before, the entire laundry and the dry cleaning industry was a optional services or a optional when the customer is looking during a festival time or during a winter time or during a wedding time. But right now if we talk about like before COVID and after COVID, the entire industry has been changed. And overall if we talk about in terms of the market size, before COVID this entire industry was around 2 to 3 billion dollar, but in last 6 years this industry has been jumped to a 20 to 25 billion dollar industry. So right now this is a need based business. This is not optional, this is not seasonal, this is a completely recurring business. And every household, every working professional, every businessman needs this service on a regular basis, whether it's a laundry or a wash and iron, wash and fold, shoe cleaning, curtain cleaning. And what best with our brand is that we are coming up with a one-stop solution, because we have machines for each and every service what the customer is looking for, and that will create a uniqueness in the market. And that's why that's the gap what we are, the vacuum what is there in this entire Indian market. which means there is no consistency in the Indian market, there is no standardization, and in the end, who is suffering? The end user, like us. Like here, whoever has joined, like if we think about that, we as a layman also, we are using these services on a very regular basis. But very few of us are satisfied with the overall services what we are getting, because in India, all the competitors, if we talk about, or unorganized or semi-organized players, their focus is only on the laundry. But right now in India, laundry is just an entry point. There are other services like a dry cleaning. In India, nobody is doing a dry cleaning service, because in India there is a myth for a dry cleaning, and that's why that a brand called 5SAC is coming up with the technology. And if we talk about one more thing I want to add here, like in India, we are associated with Rakul Preet Singh and Jackie Bhagnani as a brand ambassador, and they are also a key investors in for 5SAC India. And we were the first one who has a brand ambassador associated with any laundry or a dry cleaning brand. If you will see in the entire history of a laundry and dry cleaning industry in India, there was no such semi-organized or organized player also who have a brand ambassador associated with us. And we have entered with a brand ambassador in India because, as I mentioned earlier, we are planning to launch our first outlet, and that outlet will be there in Bangalore in next couple of weeks. So if we can see, like, this particular thing reflects the serious intent from the 5SX side as a global brand, what that brand will be entering into an Indian market, the long term vision, and the premium positioning of the brand. So we are not creating the demand, we are just upgrading an existing market. Next slide. Now let's understand what this brand apart. Like as I mentioned, we have a now this brand is a legacy brand, because we have now completed, or we will be completing a 6 decades in after 2 years. We have a presence in more than 5 continents, and the real strength or the scale or the volume what we are doing right now, we are serving more than 3 lakhs plus customers on a daily basis, and we are serving 10 lakh garments on a daily basis. Imagine the volume what we are catering at a global level. And to manage that much volume, we would need a strong, robust system, standardized processes, technology, and with the help of our in-house technology team and the R&D team, we have built everything from the scratch, because we were the first one, like as I mentioned, who have entered into a retail segment in this industry. So we have our own app, we have our own technology, systems, processes, what we have built, and we have learned from our the processes what we have done, because everything we have created from in-house. There is nothing outsourced what other are doing in India. And that's exactly what you are partnering with. You are not starting from the scratch. You are just plugging into a global ecosystem. So if we talk about the what in today's market, today's customer is not just a price conscious customer. They are a value conscious. And if we talk about the brand, we are built on 3 pillars. Most important part, taking care of our team, because we have 55% of the manpower are working as a woman. So we are working towards a woman empowerment. We are taking care of our environment, reducing the water consumption and saving the energy also, the electricity, because in Jan 2026 we have come up with a technology where the machines what we are using, we have reduced the electricity consumption by 35% and water consumption by 25%. The machines what 5SX has built. And the most important part is extending the garment life. And that's the most important part, because as an Indian or as a layman, we are spending a lot right now on shoes or on garments. And right now, there is no one who can take care of those particular premium shoes or the premium curtains or any other services what the as a layman or as a customer who is looking. And that's the where the gap or the vacuum has been created in this particular industry. So what the modern customer prefer, they will choose the brand which is responsible, sustainable, and the trustworthy, and where the 5SX brand comes or fits in. So if we talk about the growth levers in India, we are coming up with a three different strategies also. We are coming up with a B2B business where we will be tie up with the corporates, retailers, hospitals, saloons, hotels, so that in the end we can get a repetitive business on a monthly basis. We are coming up with a different services also, like laundry by kilo services, because in India, like as I mentioned, laundry service is the entry point. So we are coming up with a laundry by kilo, in that wash and iron and wash and fold. We are coming up with a shoe cleaning, coloring options. And the most important part, we are also coming up with a home delivery services. Because outside India, because at global level, 5SX don't have a online delivery system. But in India, like whatever the industry, if we will see, everybody everywhere that we have a 60 to 70% of their overall business comes through a digital or through an online place. So we are coming up with a online delivery services where the customer can place the order directly through an app or through a website. So this particular business beyond the walk-ins. So growth is not only dependent on the footfall. It is completely as a ecosystem what we will be building. So if any franchisee owner will join hands with us, we as a brand will support in terms of the getting the customers, making sure in terms of the marketing, manpower, because we as a brand, we are coming up with all the expertise required to run this business. We as a brand and as a franchise India, we will provide entire support from day one itself. Next slide. So now let's talk about the services what we as a brand we are providing. We are coming up with our daily services like wash and iron, or a dry cleaning or an iron service, which will give us a consistent revenue. Then we are coming up with a premium services like waterproof treatment, pro- fabric treatments, which will give us the higher margins. And the most important part in India, what is and where the India market is lacking, the expert services. In expert services like the shoe cleaning, for shoe cleaning, the leather shoes, the suede leather, carpet cleaning, bag cleaning. For that, you would need a first of all the expert who can take care of that particular service, and the most important part, the technology. We are also coming up with a convenience services, like as I mentioned, we are coming up with a subscription packages and the home pickup and delivery services, which will give us a strong or a good customer retention, and this will give us a repetitive business also. And the last, the most important part is a B2B services. In that we will get a bulk orders, and in that we will get a volume plus a consistent business. So if you are joining hands with 5SX, So you are not running a shop, you will be running a multi-revenue business model. Next slide. So if we talk about the business model, what we are coming up in India. So we have come up with a three financial models, and we have designed these models with respect to a region, with respect to a tier wise. We have come up with three models: Pure Rate, Premier, and Prime. We will discuss one by one. Next slide. So if we talk about a Pure Rate model, this particular model is a compact model. In this model, we have designed this particular model for a tier 2 cities. In this model, the overall space what we would require is around 500 to 600 square feet. And in this model, the overall investment is around 34 lakhs. In that, roughly around 18 lakhs, roughly around the machineries cost will be there. 7 lakhs will be the franchisee fees. 3 lakhs will be the consumables, and around 7 to 8 lakhs will be a fit out cost. And in this particular model, we will be providing a radius of around 2 to 3 kilometer, depending on area to area and city to city. Next slide. This is the most important model because the cities like, or the emerging metro cities like, or all the capital cities, Raipur, Lucknow, Hyderabad, Pune, Jaipur, Ahmedabad. So this particular model will fit in that particular cities. In this model, we would need a 1000 to 1200 square feet area. And in this, we will be providing a 4 to 5 kilometer radius with an investment of around 85 lakhs rupees. In that, we are coming up with all type of services what the customer is looking for, whether it's a dry cleaning services, shoe cleaning, curtain cleaning, bag cleaning, premium dry cleaning. Everything we take care at in this particular model. In this model, we are coming up with a unique technology called a hydrocarbon technology, and that's a actual dry cleaning machine. That machine won't require any kind of a water or any kind of a detergent. And in that, 99.9% solvent recovery is also there, which will reduce our overall OPEX expenses. Next slide. And this model we have designed for all the metro cities, like the models or the cities what we have discussed earlier, like cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Delhi, Gurgaon. Everywhere we are coming up with this model. So this is our flagship model or a hub and spoke model. In this model, we have coming up with a bigger factory model where we will be having a one centralized unit, and in that we are coming up with a bigger capacity of machines where we have a capacity of 1000 kg washing capacity we have on a daily basis. And in this central hub, we will be coming up with a multiple small collection centers, because in this we are providing a 8 to 10 kilometer radius. Why this model we are coming up with that? Because this will reduce the operations cost, this will reduce the logistic cost, plus this will give us the better efficiency, and we can also tie up with, like as I mentioned, with the B2B tires if we are doing. So this is a bigger volume what we can cater, like 1000 kg daily capacity only in terms of the washing. Then services like shoe cleaning, curtain, carpet cleaning, bed care cleaning, that's a separate stuff. So in this model, the overall investment is roughly around 1.70 CR. In that, roughly 1.10 crore is a machinery cost, because as I mentioned, there are multiple machines and the bigger capacity of washers and dryers. And rest everything, like in terms of the detailing part, my team will be sharing with each one of you. So this particular model will give us the structured expansion plan. Next slide. So let's talk about what benefits as a franchisee owner will get if any franchisee owner will join hands with 5SX. So if anyone is joining with 5SX, you will get a expertise of a global leader. You will be able to access their global SOPs or the systems what they have built in last 60 years. You will also get the resource advantage. Resource advantage means that they have a customized training modules, not only for the manpower means the washerman and pressman, but they have a entire training plan for the store in charge or the franchisee owner also, which will give us the understanding of the business, how to build the customer relationship, and how to manage the store, because that thing they have built from scratch. Next slide. Now let's talk about what support you will get from 5SAC and Franchise India. Like as I mentioned, from day one, as a Franchise India and 5SAC, we will provide you a support in terms of choosing the site location, because selecting the site is the most important part, because if we are not going ahead with a factory model in terms of a 34 lakhs one and a 85 lakhs model, because that's a retail outlet, so choosing a place is the most important part. And in laundry and dry cleaning business, there are some technical things like a water and the electricity consumption. So as a team we will be helping you to finalize that location. We will also helping you in terms of the layout designing, in terms of the installing of the machines, everything. We as a brand we will be taking care. There will be a complete training program, not only for the manpower but only for the store manager or the franchisee owner also. And there will be a operational support and the technical support from our side, because we as a brand we will providing the end-to-end support. And there will be a pre-launch and post-launch marketing support also from our side, that what we will be providing from the day when we will start our business. Next slide. And this is the most important part, because like as I mentioned in the starting, in 5SAC we have created a technology, and that technology is our backbone for our business. We have come up with a 5net ecosystem. In that, we are coming up with a POS software, that is a customized software, billing software, analytical dashboard, CRM software. Everything has been built. There will be a uh, e-commerce platform where you guys can place the order of the consumables and the packaging material. Everything has been built in one single dashboard itself. Then there will be a customer app where the customer can place the order. Then we have a rider delivery boy app. Everything has been auto sync. Like for an example, if I'm being a customer, if I will be placing an order, that order will be reflected directly to your respective POS system or a CRM. From there, you will assign that order to a delivery boy. Delivery boy will get a notification. So it will work like as other online platforms. Next slide. So if we talk about the overall pan India strategy, like right now we have already uh, closed area developer rights for Mumbai, for Delhi, for Gurgaon, for Kolkata, for Bangalore, for Hyderabad, Telangana, and Andhra. So for all these cities, the area developer rights have been closed. We are open for a units in these all these cities, and right now we are focusing on for the area developer rights in Chennai, in Tri City, in Ahmedabad. Next slide. So we are in the end of our session. So let me summarize. We have discussed about a proven global brand, a high demand industry, and a structured business model. And as a brand, FIHL and Franchise India, we will provide you a strong support system. And the most importantly, you are entering into this business at the right time. So if we talk about opportunities, demand is already exists, because in India, like as I mentioned, in terms of the overall market size, it's been 4 to 5 times in last 3 4 years itself. There are so many brands are already working in this particular model, but as I mentioned, there is a vacuum created in this market with respect to services what we as a brand we will be opting, because we are a one-stop solution. So model already works, and the most important part, the time. We are entering into the right time into this market. So the only question is right now, who takes the first step? If you are interested, Abhay has shared his contact details. Feel free to reach out to Abhay on the same number, and or reach out to us through our email. Thank you once again, everyone, for your time. If this opportunity resonates you, we would be happy to connect and understand your respective territory or the market, and will guide you also that which particular model is the right model for your territory, and will helping you to take the next steps. Looking forward to speak with you. If anyone has any doubts, feel free to ask. So thank you once again from Franchise India and from entire FIHL India team. Thank you, everyone.